Hi, I'm Sean Gannon, and this is Minute Math. And today we're going to learn about differentiation and apply the quotient rule. We're going to differentiate each function with respect to x. So if I was given this function, f of x is equal to 2 over x to the fifth minus 5. Okay. Well, since I have this function, I can break down to be a function basically divided by another function being 2, other function being x to the fifth minus 5. I can label my top one f, which is 2, and my bottom one g, which is x to the fifth minus 5. Now while I'm at it, I can take the derivative of each one. F prime is just equal to 0, derivative of 2 is 0, and g prime here is, well, derivative of x to the fifth minus 5 is just 5x to the fourth. Okay? And so now that we have f prime, g prime, we can apply our quotient rule. The quotient rule is when we take the derivative of a quotient function. So let's apply that quotient rule. F prime of x is equal to, well, f prime, which is 0, times g, which is x to the fifth minus 5, minus f, which is 2, times g prime, which is 5x to the fourth, all over, okay, all over g squared, which is x to the fifth minus 5 squared. So my next step, let's go simplify this. We have f prime of x here. Well, 0 times everything here just cancels out, right? Or times x to the fifth minus 5 because it's times 0. And then 2 times 5 is 10. It's a negative, so we have a negative 10x to the fourth up top. Now the denominator, a lot of times I'll make a little note on the side to multiply that out, distribute that. Okay, so we have x to the fifth minus 5 all squared. That's x to the fifth minus 5 times x to the fifth minus 5. A lot of 5s here, too many 5s. Multiply about x to the fifth times x to the fifth is x to the 10th. Right, we add the exponents. Minus x to the fifth times negative 5 is a negative 5x to the fifth. Negative 5 times x to the fifth, again, is a negative 5x to the fifth. And then negative 5 times negative 5 is a positive 25. We keep continuing this, x to the 10th, simplifying here, negative 5x to the fifth minus negative 5x, or minus 5x to the fifth is negative 10x to the fifth. And we have plus 25. So there we go. So I can write that down here. X to the 10th minus 10x to the fifth plus 25. And there we have it. We can't simplify it anymore, so this is our final answer here. F prime of x is equal to negative 10x to the fourth all over x to the 10th minus 10x to the fifth plus 25. So let's recap. We're given our function here, f of x, and it's equal to my top part, which is 2, which I labeled to be f, and my bottom part, g, which is labeled to be g, to be x to the fifth minus 5. Once I had my f and g, I needed to find f prime and g prime, which I did right there. Then I applied the quotient rule, plug them back in, so we have my f prime g minus f g prime all over g squared. Then I simplify, and I kind of showed my work with the denominator there instead of writing all my steps right there. And so when we simplify, we got our final answer here, and our final derivative, applying the quotient rule. F prime of x is equal to negative 10x to the fourth all over x to the 10th minus 10x to the fifth plus 25.